Greetings, beloveds. Welcome to the historic Harambee Auditorium on the campus of Scarrett Bennett Center in Nashville, Tennessee. Thank you all who are present and for those online. I'm Reverend Linda Furtado. I'm the Director of Spirituality and Arts here at Scarrett Bennett. And here, in this beautiful space and place, in this oasis in the middle of Nashville, we are all about creating space where individuals and groups might engage each other to achieve a more just world. And I'm excited because we've got poets in the house for what else? Poets Corner. So let us welcome our poets for the evening. And we have with us, among these distinguished poets headlining this event, Brenda Butka, Brian Christman, and Julie Sumner. Dr. Brenda Butka, a retired physician, has been honing her craft, delving into the nuances of ordinary life and profound philosophical inquiries. Her work has graced the pages of prestigious publications such as the Three Penny Review, Florida Review, and Poem, and Dr. Butka's unique perspective on time and epistemology promises to captivate audiences. I like making up some words that sound really good, right? But she is an amazing presence and certainly does offer quite the perspective in her words and just creative genius in general. We also have with us Julie Sumner, a writer with a diverse background in healthcare, now channels her experiences into teaching, creative writing, yes, emphasizing poetry as a tool for resilience. Her poetry and reviews have been featured in numerous publications, and her chapbook, thank you, help me out here, Meridian, earns acclaim as the winner of the 2023 Convergence Prize from Wild House Publishing with an MFA in poetry from Seattle Pacific University. Sumner brings a wealth of insight to the stage. This is our stage, y'all. And lastly, we have Dr. Brian Christman, professor of medicine in the division of allergy. You gotta help me out with these titles now, mister. Correct me and name all of it. Correct me anytime, y'all. Pulmonary and critical care medicine at Vanderbilt University, serves as chief medicine specialty care at VA Tennessee Valley Healthcare Systems. My Lord, in your mercy, you are amazing. With over 30 years of experience in patient care research and medical education at Vanderbilt, Dr. Christman's journey into poetry began around a decade ago. His evocative verse has been published in esteemed journals such as Annals, and I'll get it eventually, of internal medicine, the Pharos, Chest, and Vanderbilt's Tabula Rasa, y'all, and Poets Post Call. Dr. Christman has also been instrumental in teaching narrative medicine blocks for postgraduate trainees in internal medicine for the past 5 years, enriching the medical community with his literary insights. Y'all, you can come from anywhere to do poetry. And I'm so pleased and thankful for this group of folks to come and share their words with us today. So as our first poet comes forward, I think we need to offer a rowdy welcome and thanksgiving for their voice and their presence. Let's give a hand, friends.
Okay, I'm the one who rounded up these ne'er-do-wells here. So Brian was my intern at the VA hospital many years ago. I'm just saying, we've been through some things, and I've known Julie a long time, although not in the medical sphere. People do ask why medicine and poetry, and I'm going to say medicine is storytelling. Every time a patient talks to you, you present to the next person, you hand someone off, you call the lab, there's always a story. Those are stories. Poetry is a little bit different. There is sometimes a story, but in medicine, you're doing diagnosis. You're honing down. With poetry, you're exploding, okay? getting big instead of getting smaller. And so it's a little bit different. Um, and I'm going to read a couple of poems. We're just going to read in the round here. And Linda, if you can kind of gong us when we're getting close to time. Okay. I retired a few years ago, and this poem is called Imaging. So I went to get an x-ray, and this was how I felt. I used to be doctor, my white coat, a well-chosen label, quick and to the point. Now I'm Sweet Pea, to the cheerful and efficient redhead at check-in. Please wait here, hands me a clipboard, nods to door A, which I will enter when called, honey. I've always claimed to want this. These are my people. I thought I wanted to be among them, that we are all the same. Now I'm not so sure. Just another old woman in the waiting room wondering what has been marking time unseen, waiting to be exposed. Who will we be tomorrow? What the doctor will now say we are. So sometimes we're not as of the people we realize as we'd like to be. The second poem is called Morning Report, to a poet who thinks he understands. And the patient here is Henry. This is a takeoff from the poet John Berryman, who used Henry as one of his surrogates in his poetry. And he's a poet that I've admired a great deal. So this contrasts the poet and the doctor and writing. Morning Report, to a poet who thinks he understands. You write about Henry. I have spent this morning keeping him alive, pushing oxygen into his lungs to swim strenuously through his veins. He blinks slowly as his daughter trims his toenails. Television, her window to somewhere else. I write about Henry. We all do here. Compositions outlining systole, input, output, speed, pressures around his brain on the mattress, deep in the movable cave of his heart. Henry, our work of art, lyric, and nothing you can know. So I'm going to turn this over to Brian.
Well, thank you for coming out. It's always difficult to follow Brenda.